Be the change. Be the change. What kind of story are you telling yourself? I know for me, many years, I told myself a very disempowering story. The story actually that was created by the ones who raised me and taught me and trained me. And so I was repeating that story to myself for a long time. And by doing that, I kept it alive. Like the things that I the things that I wanted to get out of my life, I kept them actively alive because of the story that I told myself. And so my encouragement today is, or the first thing that I am getting in here today is, change the story. Look at what kind of story you are telling yourself. Like, are you telling yourself, are you the hero in your own story? Or are you someone else's piece of player? Are you someone else's person in their story and doing everything for them? Sometimes people, even of the strongest character, can get drawn into situations where they get all the guilt and all the responsibility and the kindness been taken advantage of. They get drawn into situations where all of a sudden they feel stuck. They can't get out of it. So you just, okay, this is my fate. I'm just gonna stay here. And then, didn't have to. You could make different choices. You always can make different choices. And a lot of it, like Tony Robbins say, like a lot of it is about changing the story that you are telling yourself. And so, great spirit, Father God, source of all things, my friend, my guide. What is the overall for this reading today? Don't take anything personally. Don't take anything personally. Everyone lives in their own dream. It doesn't say their own life. Everybody living in their own reality. Everybody living in their own dream. Because a lot of it is just in our mind. Our lives are just in our minds. For a lot of us. All people live in their own dream. In their own mind. They are in a completely different world from the one that we live in. So my world is going to look completely different than your world. It's going to look completely different to their world. It's going to look completely different to their world. It's okay. That's how it is. And so, assuming, not taking assumptions here, but assuming that other people have their focus on your world, or like that you can take things personally coming from completely different thing. It's like, don't take anything personally. Everybody lives in their own dream. And most people are mostly focused on themselves and how they can do things, or what's going on in their life and what they need to fix, or what they need to get done, or what they wish they had, or what they are trying to accomplish, or what they did yesterday and what they're going to do tomorrow. And most people live their life like that because it's busy to be a person on planet Earth. It's challenging to be a person on planet Earth, and it's busy work to be a person on planet Earth. So everybody caught up in their own stuff. So I think by practicing changing your story and including within that new story that you don't take things personally, like you take care of your own side of the street. You don't have to worry about the opinions. Everyone has one, and they come from different parts of the wounds, or they come from different parts of wounded people, unconscious people. So it's like, don't take it personally, because they don't really know themselves what they are doing. Like, they don't really know. And so rewrite the story. Be the powerful person that rises up, that takes back your power, bringing your power back, taking back your choices, like how you make your choices. I talked to a person here the other day, and it was very interesting. It's a emotional thing. Your emotions are very important. Like, your emotions are very important to feel them and allow them to be the way that they are. Not trying to change them to fit into the society norm, or trying to change it so that you fit into the group over there, or trying to change it. So allowing your emotions to be natural, to be flowing freely, that's going to give you the answers. And your answers is going to be different than my answers. And and your answer is going to be different than her answers, and his answer is going to be different than his answers. It's all going to be unique, because we are unique human beings with unique experiences, upbringings, wounds, successes, victories, not victories, whatever. So we all have different, we all come from different places onto this journey. So not taking things personally is gonna save a lot of worry, anger, offensiveness. I'm so offended. Like these days, it's very popular to be very offended. I'm very offended. I'm so offended. That is offended. That's offensive. Okay. And so that's taking way too many things personally. So if you can allow yourself to not take things personally, then you don't have to extend all that energy or use all that energy, or be brought into like anger, or be brought into like sadness, or be brought into like, oh no, and all that stuff that comes from listening to other people's opinions. If you don't take it personally, it's like having a protective shield around you, that all this stuff, it's like, I know who I am, I know what I stand for, and I know what I'm doing, and everybody has an opinion, and that's okay. And then you just keep doing what you're doing. And stand your ground, and stand up for who you are and what you believe in your dreams. 5 of Swords. So 5 of Swords often shows up when we have conflict. This can be a mental thing. It can be in your own mind. It can be, this can be like winning the battle. Like you won the battle, but it doesn't feel good. It's like if someone is picking a fight with you that you don't really want it, or they're on your sending things your way, you take it all personally, and then you lash out back, and then you be all, and then eventually they go quiet, and you be like, yeah, I won this. And then all the stuff that happened in the winning this is like, yeah, maybe you don't feel so good about the whole victory, but you did win, and you did stand up for yourself, and so that's good. But it's definitely a conflict, a card showing up today. And so what is this conflict about? Curious, like what is this conflict about? 5 of Wands. Inner strife. Chaos and argument. Usually it's in our own self, right? What is this about? Like, and it's inner strife. Inner strife, your thoughts. Perhaps it's the story, the old story and the new story. And then 4 of Cups. So it's about some kind of apathy, some kind of being bored too. Like sometimes we just get stuck in this life. Well, I made these choices, and now I made, what do you call it? I made my bed, and now I have to lay in it for the rest of these, maybe, I don't know, 80 years or something that we might have on this planet, if we're lucky. And so now I got to stick it out for all those years. Well, no, you don't. Yeah, like you always have choices. You always have choices. And it's important to remember that we always have choices. And so sometimes we can loop around these things. Maybe you had an argument with someone, and you're sad about it, you're upset about it, it's bothering you, it already happened. So it's kind of like being in the past. And when you're in the past, that's where the depression comes from. You cannot do much with your past. And so whenever we, in our mind, we're in the moment, sitting right here, tap, 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 can hear the table, I'm right here, sitting right here. And then my mind is way there in the past, and it's gonna often, very often, make you depressed. It's something that is already gone, you already lost it, it's not there anymore. And so it's kind of a loss with just being in the past. And this here sounds like maybe, okay, so maybe you had an argument with someone, or maybe there was a falling out with someone, and you're missing them. And you got some new offers coming into your life. You don't care about it because you're still wanting this past person. You're still connected with this past person. So this new offer that comes in just doesn't really entice you at all. And now you're in your mind and you're thinking about these things, and perhaps you're right in the argument and now you're missing them because you walked away from it. Perhaps there was something more that could be done. Like sometimes we just want to be right, and then we sit there with the consequences afterwards, which can be torture, self-torture, like over and over again, and looping around, loopy, loopy, loop. So what can you do with this situation? Like, what is something that you can do to get out of this mind loop, or this, this mind loop? Six of Swords, triumph over the pain, journey or travel. So perhaps to get out of this here, maybe you need to just start journaling. That's a great picture on this card. Six of Swords. Get the bird. So sometimes you just got to go through it. That's what I've learned, especially with painful things. You just got to go through it, and then journey, travel, get out of your space a little bit, change the situation. Like if you're always doing the same thing, the same routine, perhaps you can change it up a little bit. Do something different so that you can get out and about and shake it up and shake it loose a little bit and start to do different things. And this is triumph though over pain. So whenever you choose to, like, if your intention, if you send this attention out to the universe, to God, like, help me heal. How can I heal this wound on my heart? How can I heal this wound on my heart? I'm trying to get to the 10 of Cups. I want to be happy. I want to have everything that I dreamed of. You can't do that with a closed heart. Many people on this planet Earth is walking around with closed hearts because we're on planet Earth. Well, now the challenge is to open that heart back up again. After all the disappointments, all the betrayals, all that stuff, just don't take it personally. Just leave it in the outskirts and put it in the memory boxes in your mind. Like, have a little vacuums in the boxes. Whenever something comes in, you can just vacuum it out of your head. Whenever this loop comes back in, like sometimes when I have loops like that going on in my mind, I visualize a literal vacuum out there, and every time I start thinking about it, I just allow the vacuum to just pull that thing right out of my head, so I don't think about it. And it's actually pretty functional for me, and that's one way that I do it. You can find your own way to do it, but it's very important to recognize that loop when it comes back in. Otherwise, you're going to sit there in your space, in your dream, and this particular situation is going to take up all of your time. And where your attention goes, your energy flows. Now all of your energy flows to this person, even though you're not with them anymore. You walked away, you did the right thing, probably because of some kind of maintenance towards yourself, to take care of yourself in this situation. And so here you are, and now you just have to find a way to not be in this mind loop anymore. Like, how can you break it? And you will triumph over this pain. Allow the pain to be, and just be like, okay, and just let it be. No resistance to it. Just allow it to be what it is, and then it will eventually let go. And then you can start opening up, because once you have all this going on, you're not in a vibrational match to the things that you do want. So here you're in the past thinking about the lack, like what you lost or what you don't have anymore or what you're missing. And I wish that was like that. And I hope that was going to go that way, and it didn't. And I was hoping for that, and then it didn't. And then just put the vacuum on, vacuum the person or place or the thing right out of your mind, get it out of your energy, so you don't feed them your energy. Even if you're not in the physical room with them and you be thinking about them, you're sending them energy. Every time you think about them, you're sending them energy. And so you got to find a way to take your energy back. Like at the end of the day, you always call your energy back to you. And so that you can use it, because you're going to need it. You need your energy to heal the heart. You need your energy to heal the mind. You need your energy to be able to get your body up and moving and to walk around and do these things on planet Earth that you want to do. And looking for that 10 of Cups. And what would the 10 of Cups be, for example? What could the 10 of Cups be? Page of Pentacles. Something reliable, something new, page, like some new beginning, maybe a new venture to figure out something new with how to better manage your time, your energy, your resources. Page of Pentacles, a little alien coming down to earth here, so maybe it's a good idea that you get. I love this card. Mystic Rose. I love this card. This is cool little pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Reliable, taking being practical, being able to get things done. And the Knight of Pentacles. Page to the Knight, taking action, but slow moving, so taking the time that it takes. Working too hard. This is the slow moving Knight in the Pentacles, so this is like slow and steady wins the race. 10 of Cups is there. It's going to take time to build it, which is very true. It always takes time to build good things, good results, major breakthroughs. Oh my gosh, that was the overnight success. No, it was not. Like maybe you just heard about it overnight, but before that, there was probably 20 years of hard work before that came into place. So there's always that. And this is something that you are Queen of Swords. So perhaps here you got to be a little bit more cold-hearted. Sometimes if you have a big heart, I mean, I have a big heart. Narcissists, they love a big heart. Oh, they always want the big heart because they can come in there and the big heart is going to be, oh, you're so great. Oh my gosh, you're so handsome today. I love the way you dress. You're so great. Okay. And then you be giving them compliments because that's in your nature. That's who you are. And they love that. And then it's easy to get tricked because if you also have a good heart, you have a big heart, you don't think that other people will walk around there with tiny little hearts that are like this. They don't hardly have a heart, maybe a half a heart. Unconscious people. So it's difficult to discern the difference. And sometimes you just got to be a little bit more in your clarity. Have some more clarity in your mind. Be goal oriented. Set that goal. Go for it. Take your time. Build your resources. Build your take the action, but take it slow. Be mindful and be carrying yourself in a way that you are going to be able to start from where you're at right now. This is where you're at right now. Your 10 of Cups is there. So how can you get there? How can you get there? There is some kind of grief, some kind of disappointment that is going to have to be dealt with, that you are also have absolutely the capability to have victory over and to release it and let it go. You don't have to carry it for your whole life unless, of course, you want to. That's okay too. And so, and we have Justice showing up here today too, which is also beautiful. Like justice, life lessons, and fairness, legal disputes. This can be legal disputes, like if you're in a situation where you have, I don't know, custody things, divorce things, whatever else, I don't know, any kind of place where you need, maybe it's a test that you're gonna have, or just life lessons. Like life will give you the lessons that you need. And what kind of life lessons are we kind of looking at here? What kind of justice like is this pointing towards here? Judgment. You are going to awaken, and that is going to be the justice, and you have no idea. Before you awaken, you have no idea how muddy water, how muddy it is because of this heart and the disappointments that we have and the closing of it. It's not really the disappointments or the betrayal or the backstabbing or all the wounds or all the, I'm not going to say evil, unconscious. I'm going to be better at using unconscious instead of being judgmental. I don't want to be judgmental, but I have to be able to say unconscious or conscious behavior. And so without judging the details of it. So being conscious, awakening. And this is also like a rising up and healing broken parts of yourself. Transformation, renewal. This is the promise that is in the cards. This is like a beautiful reading actually, because yeah, all the heartbreaks and the heartaches, you have this dream about this 10 of Cups, the best things that you could ever think about in your life. Like what would that be? How would you get there? And then yeah, there is justice around you too, which is beautiful. Judgment, beautiful, rising up, healing the broken parts of yourself, and transforming, renewing, changing, transformation, rising back up again as the you that you know that you are without the heartbreaks. Heartbreaks do something to us. It changes us. And then you can release the pain and you can release the heartaches. And now you're back to who you once were without all the tears and the pain and just the crookedness of sorrow that it brings into your system in one way or the other. And so releasing that and allowing that may have faith or something, like allow it to just release from you, let it go, and arising in a completely new form, a new shape. Not changed, just yourself, but now stronger, because now you may have learned that if you didn't take everything personally over there, you would be better off. And so you learned how to not take things personally and just brush yourself off and take care of yourself. And then we get the sun and everything is great. I love it. This is beautiful. So then you can relax, and abundance is happiness is going to be yours. This is the justice. This is justice. I love it. This is the justice. Yay. I love the universe. I love God. I love how karma plays out. I love how it always comes back. You do the right thing. You do your best. You work on yourself. You apologize when you need to. You do the right thing just because it's the right thing. You do the right thing without stepping on yourself or overstepping yourself or being a doormat. You're not going to be a doormat. You're not going to be a people pleaser. You're going to have boundaries, but you can still do the right thing. And we all kind of have an internal compass, but you got to let that heart beat again and feel again, because that's your compass. That's how you're going to find your direction. And the Six of Pentacles. Give and take. Equal give and take, reciprocated and supportive. Not this, but here. Yeah. Yeah. This is great. It's going to be justice. So whatever you are going through, whatever heartbreak or heartache you have, it's always just be focused, set your aim, and then go for it and build and build and build. Life is a beautiful journey, and it can be rough sometimes because it's tough out there, and it's a lot of experiences that we have to have as humans. And then we got artsy male showing up here, Page of Cups, someone learning, flirty and intuitive. And you know, even if most of us don't really know how to be in a real emotional relationship, because a lot of hearts out there are closed off or like definitely on pause, just in case something comes in here. And so an artsy male, flirty and fun and not taking themselves too seriously, can have fun and be jokeful and laugh and enjoy. And a dark male. Artsy, dark male. Esther and Abraham Hicks says, there is no reason why well-being is not pouring into your existence, like the sun, in precise detail in response to all of the things that you have identified that you want, other than the fact that you are in a bad mood, are angry, or worried about something. This will block your manifestations. This will manifest everything. And here is your focus, here is your choice, here is you have the power, you have everything that you need to go either way. And the beautiful light in me, it honors, loves, and respects the same beautiful light in you to the journey, to the success. Until next time, namaste.